Princess Ouk Phalla, a beautiful and determined girl from a simple family who became the second and favorite wife of the Cambodian Crown Prince. She was incredibly loved by the people of Cambodia for her beauty and strong character. She had great chances of becoming a queen, but female karma prepared a very different tragic path for her. What was her fate? And what drama ended her happiness? Watch the full video to find out. Let's get started. Ouk Phalla's story is reminiscent of a classic Cinderella tale. The girl was born into a large Cambodian family in 1979. She had 8 siblings. Despite living in poverty, Ouk was irresistibly drawn to the beautiful from an early age. At the age of 9, the future princess became interested in traditional Apsara dances. This is a type of Hindu ballet. According to local beliefs, Apsara nymphs live in the sky. With their dances, they please the eyes of gods and heroes who have entered the paradise of Hinduism. Apsara dance is a great art that takes many years to learn. Ouk proved to be incredibly talented. At the age of 13, she began performing at the Royal School of Fine Arts in Phnom Penh, the capital of Cambodia. By the time she was 20, she had become one of the best Apsara dancers in the country. The girl was admired by both ordinary Cambodians and the first people of the state. One of them, the Cambodian Minister of Tourism, proposed to her. It is not known if there was mutual love in their relationship. Nevertheless, the girl agreed to marry him. It lasted only 2 years, after which the novel exhausted itself and the couple divorced. Many biographers see the destruction of Ouk's first marriage as an inevitable fate. Only a year after the breakup, the girl met a man who changed her life forever and elevated her to the top of society. As you may have guessed, this man was a prince of Cambodia. His name was Norodom Ranariddh. When they met in 2002, the heir to the throne was already 58 years old, and Ouk was only 23. Despite the huge age difference, the girl fell in love with the prince. In her eyes, he was a hero who suffered for the happiness of the people. And indeed, there were certain reasons for such an attitude. In the 70s, the prince fought communist guerrillas who advocated the overthrow of the monarchy in Cambodia. In the 80s, he fought with the Khmer, who sought to organize a genocide in the country. In the 90s, actively involved in the political life of the state. Ranariddh was prime minister but was removed from power in a coup and sentenced to 35 years in prison. He fled the country and at the beginning of the 21st century was able to return. As the father of the prince, King Sihanouk managed to stabilize the situation. In all these dramatic events, he was accompanied by his first wife named Marie. She married the prince back in 1968, and for love, not convenience. However, as is often the case over time, the relationship faded, and the spouses began to live their own lives. It was at this point that Prince Ranariddh met a beautiful Apsara dancer named Ouk. Despite his busy schedule, the man did not miss a single performance of the girl and fell in love with her like a little boy. She, in turn, considered him a legendary hero, and the inevitable happened. A gray-haired but powerful politician and the country's young and best ballerina plunged into a crazy romance. It was indeed foolhardy, for Ranariddh was married and the First Lady was very popular with the people. About a year into the relationship, in 2003, the couple had a son named Soturith. Marie scandalized her husband and demanded to end the relationship, but love was stronger. In response, the offended wife made a completely unexpected move. Using her enormous political influence, she got the Cambodian parliament to pass an unprecedented law. The adultery law provided for a 1-year prison sentence for a spouse found guilty of adultery. Formally, it was passed so that officials would have fewer mistresses and not spend money stolen from the treasury on them. But all of Cambodia knew that the document was really aimed at one man, Norodom Ranariddh. In 2006, his wife filed a lawsuit against the prince, but the case did not have the outcome she had hoped for. Ranariddh simply divorced her and married his beloved young dancer. This event took place in 2010 and was one of the happiest in Ouk's life. Due to the fact that the country was in a scandal caused by the divorce, the wedding was played modestly. A year later, the young woman gave Ranariddh another son named Ranavong. Meanwhile, the prince was ousted as leader of Cambodia's largest conservative monarchist party. The prince's main political opponent called Princess Ouk a demonic fox and demanded that the couple be arrested. To avoid major trouble, Ranariddh and his wife were forced to flee to Malaysia. Ouk accompanied the prince of her heart during his most difficult years. She shared with him the bitterness of being exiled from his homeland and fought hard to regain his position of power. This woman loved her husband so much that she even vowed to gouge out the eyes of all his enemies and support him in everything, including political activities. This opportunity presented itself already in 2014, when the prince returned to big politics. It was probably the biggest mistake of his life. By that time, he had accumulated so many enemies that he had to walk the streets with guards. It is possible that the enemies decided to eliminate the prince by illegal means. This version is supported by a series of suspicious accidents involving the car of Ranariddh and his wife. The first was in April 2015, when a truck crashed into their car. The couple only miraculously survived, and there was talk in the country of karma befalling Ouk, who had taken her husband away from his lawful wife. And in June 2018, there was another event that turned out to be fatal for the Norodom family. This time, a taxi crashed into the couple's car. The traffic situation was such that many Cambodians concluded it was another assassination attempt. And it was successful. The great dancer and princess of Cambodia died instantly. The woman was only 39 years old and was never destined to become queen. Her husband, Prince Ranariddh, suffered severe injuries. Given the man's advanced age, they proved to be very dangerous and effectively cut him out of Cambodia's political life. He was treated in France for 3 years, but even the best doctors in Paris were powerless. The eternal prince, who was not destined to become king, died in November 2021 at the age of 77. According to the people who spent the last months of his life with him, the man was not so much in physical pain as in mental pain. The prince was desperately worried that because of his exorbitant political ambitions, the dearest person on the planet, his beloved wife Ouk, had died. As for ordinary Cambodians, they mourned even more after the death of the princess. For many ordinary people, she was a symbol that even a simple girl could achieve great success with her work, talent, and dedication. At the same time, local practitioners of Hinduism and Buddhism see karmic predestination in Ouk's tragic death. In her quest for love and happiness, the woman destroyed Prince Ranariddh's previous marriage. Perhaps that is why her fate was so ruthless. What do you think about this amazing but sad story? Is it karma or tragic coincidence? Write in the comments. Give us a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching and see you soon.